Hi there, so great win for us today, beating Newcastle 4-1. Your thoughts on the game?
Yes, very good performance by Arsenal. They weren't outstanding, they played well, but Newcastle were abject. The worst Newcastle display I've seen in years. They were really poor. But on the positive side, yeah, it was a great performance. Nobody outstanding, I thought, for Arsenal, but they all played well, much better than the Porto performance the other day. They were quicker getting the ball forward, and they were quicker with their pressing and the closing down. Newcastle couldn't get out in the first half, and really they were lucky to only go in 2 down, I thought. It was a very good performance, and but standards are slipping. We got 6 against West Ham, only 5 against Burnley, now only 4 against Newcastle.
Well, but technically, Willock scored for them, so technically we did score 5.
Yeah, but it was a shame to concede that goal, although I was pleased for Joe Willock, he's a good player. But no, it was nice to see Arteta making the substitutions with 15 minutes to go and not 3 minutes to go. So the likes of Smith Rowe and Reece Nelson actually got a bit of a run out, and he nearly scored, Emil. I was really praying for that. It cleared off the line. It was nice to see him actually getting a decent bit of time on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, first off, our game plan was obviously to come and frustrate, and once they were behind they looked a bit confused, and once we went 2, they absolutely just couldn't wait to get in at half time. And you know, I think we could have been 3 or 4 up, and they couldn't have argued. I don't think they had a shot in the first half. The closest they got was the offside that Raya saved, and he took the ball off him when it wasn't a shot from Guimaraes. Yeah, second half we came out a bit slow, possibly a bit of fatigue, but certainly playing comfortably within ourselves. A lovely goal from Bukayo, just beautiful. He's just such a player. I think I would probably shade him as man of the match, because it was also his corner that led to the first goal. Nice to see Kivior on the score sheet as well, and yeah, delighted to stick 4 past those money-grabbing, cheating, over-the-line scum that came down in the black and white stripes. So, and of course Trippier got the appropriate reception for an ex-Spuds player, which is always very, very nice to see. Yeah, nice. I thought Havertz worked hard. He should have finished that chance at the beginning of the second half, but he took his goal well. He worked hard. He won the ball back a lot, and led the press very well. And even when we made the changes, we looked like we could have got another couple. Yeah, it's a shame that we conceded, but you know, listen, after midweek and everyone's saying, you know, team's going to struggle here. You know, they come off this defeat. Newcastle had a whole week to prepare. You know, they weren't even the second best team on the pitch, Newcastle. So you got to be very proud of that. Well done, the boys have now got 9 days, 8.5 days to prepare. No, 9 days to prepare for a trip up to Sheffield United. Hopefully we can get ourselves back up to the 6 again for that. And if you think about, Jesus was on the bench and he didn't come on. Vieira was on the bench, he didn't come on. You got Partey to come back. You've got Tomiyasu to come back. You've got Zinchenko to come back, and Timber's now starting to do some work on the grass and a bit with the players. So think about the players that we didn't have and that haven't been available. If you'd have turned around and said you're going to win 6 league games out of 6, score 25 goals and concede 3 in that time, I think we'd have all gone, yes, we'll take that, and also, what are you smoking, can you share it? But that's exactly what we've done, and if you had to pick a game to lose 1-0 in the entire run, it would have been Porto away, because I think we will absolutely schmeiss them here. Absolutely schmeiss them.
Today, again, we got 2 goals from set pieces. Really, so impressive the way we're getting goals.
Watching during the week was disappointing that we had like 12 set pieces, free kicks and corners. With our record this season, we didn't score from any of them. But again today, and there was far less shenanigans in the box when we had corners than there were the other day in Porto, where everybody was fighting and the referee had to keep stopping the corner being taken to sort it out. There was none of that today. The corners were just taken and gotten on with. Those of us that were here last year for the 0-0 when Newcastle came, and how frustrating it was and how time wasting it was, and all the diving and dropping down dead every time an Arsenal player got within 5 feet of them. Their whole game plan went out the window when we scored early, and there was no point in them frustrating us, and they really struggled. But full credit to Arsenal, they took advantage of the situation. Now's a good time to play Newcastle. They haven't been in good form, and Arsenal made the most of it, and it was good to see them bouncing back from that defeat in Porto. I'm sure we'll turn it round in the second leg. We'll be here for that.
Oh, you will.
I'll be here for that.
I'm waiting on a ticket at the moment.
I'll be here for that. And I'm sure we'll beat them by 2 or 3 comfortably. Yeah, you can't really complain or criticise. It was a good performance, good team performance, nobody outstanding. As Ian said, Saka really looked the class player that he is. I thought Martinelli gave Trippier a very difficult evening. Havertz worked hard. Declan Rice also played well, and Jorginho almost lasted 90 minutes. That in itself is quite a thing. A shame he had to leave the last couple of minutes, but he played very well. One of the few players we've got from Chelsea that we actually got our money's worth out of.
I still think Havertz has shown as he's grown, and he plays 2 or 3 roles in the game, and the team are learning him, and he's learning that as well. But also, as we discussed, there were 2 or 3 times he made an intelligent run across and dart, and they didn't look to play the ball off of slightly higher line when they could have fed him in. So, but it's coming, and that's fine. Listen, look, as I said, we're banging them in for fun right now, and we've certainly given our goal difference a fillip, especially given that Liverpool played their game midweek, put 4 past Luton and 4-1, and obviously put themselves back in front in goal difference terms. City only got 1 today, and we've gone and done another 4-1, put us with the best goal difference in the Premier League again. So you can't complain. Set pieces have definitely been very important. I think that's one of the things when you're playing low block teams, you're going to get corners, free kicks and set pieces. It is important to maximise those and get chances and take your chances, and that's why we are the best in the league at that. And the other thing to say is it was nice to see them mix it up, a couple of short ones, a couple of other ones as well. So it's not just, we're going to put them in and play a bit of shithousery in the box there and try and disrupt. And it was good, and I think that'll keep people guessing, and it certainly bodes well, as I said, for when Porto come. They're not going to just fall down and get the free kick from a corner every time it comes in. So really happy, really pleased. Arteta's earned his corner, the team have done well, and when we got the players coming in at this time of the run-in rather than going out from injury, gives me a lot more confidence than last year, because we have the strength in depth coming back, not disappearing off.
And what's been really good as well is that we know there's always talk about us needing a striker in the January transfer window, and since we've come back and everyone's been chipping in, getting the goals. We've seen many different goal scorers.
Still lack from open play good aerial presence in the opposing box. If we'd have had somebody like Ivan Toney today, there were a few times, Martinelli in particular, Saka once or twice as well, went outside the defender and chipped the cross in. We didn't have the aerial presence to necessarily make the most of it. And somebody like Ivan Toney would very definitely give us that added extra. But yeah, while they're sharing the goals around, it works. Don't forget, last season we scored the most goals we've ever scored in the top flight season, Arsenal.
We're actually
our problem last season was not goal scoring. Our top problem at the end of last season was we were conceding goals that we shouldn't have conceded. So, but yes, somebody else to bang in the goals a bit, give us a bit more aerial prowess in the box from open play would be welcome. But I don't think that's the priority. As long as the likes of Saka and Odegaard, if only Odegaard could shoot with his right foot as well. He had a really good chance in the first half, but he was on his wrong foot and he didn't take the shot on. He tried a prod instead to set somebody else up. But things are looking good.
Absolutely, and exactly with regards to the striker thing, as you said, as long as we keep scoring the goals and the way that we play with our system and what we ask our striker to do. Like Isaac is a player. I know, you play for Isaac's a player that could do that. I wouldn't be upset to see Isaac coming in if he could be persuaded to come over. But beyond that, look, keep sharing the goals around, keep making the spaces, keep doing what we're doing, and keep blowing teams away. So that's all we can do. Come on, you Gunners!